Your host Justine. Today we are going to make corned beef and cabbage soup. Not just corned beef and cabbage, corned beef and cabbage soup. So there's a couple of things that you will have to do beforehand, and I'm going to put out the recipe for the cabbage or the corned beef that I made, and then you're going to take the broth from the corned beef. So that's what I have here. It's separated. You can see I have it in a fat separator. You could make the corned beef one day and then put that in the refrigerator and then just take the fat off. If you don't have a fat separator, that's fine. You can skim it off. However you get it, just take the fat off. You don't want a fatty soup. I have petite diced tomatoes, onion diced, and I have cabbage. You can see I just took my knife and sliced it down, shaved it. Don't want it too thin because it shrinks, so you don't want your stuff thin. I have extra chicken stock here. I have corned beef. A little bit later I'm going to be adding potatoes and carrots. I want them to be all mushy, and the potatoes don't take long. It's going to be the cabbage for a little bit that's going to take. So let me get started. I am going to put in my onions in there, and you can hear them sauteing. Then I'm going to put in my broth. So look at your fat stays up on the top. And the weird thing about the fat from the corned beef, and I'm not quite sure why this is, there you go, it's red. It is like a beautiful ruby red. I'm going to add in some stock and my tomatoes. Now that little bit of stuff that I added in when I cooked it, it is so flavorful. It has all the flavors that you could possibly want. Now I'm going to add in my cabbage. Just throw that in there. I'm going to add in another thing of chicken stock. But this cabbage is up here and it's a lot. It will cook down. If you've ever seen me cook anything with cabbage, I always tell you it will cook down. But I do want more stock in there. Ouch. I'm not going to salt it till later because corned beef is salty. That stock right there is very, very salty. And then I'm just going to add in the meat. The corned beef, I just cubed it. Very easy. I don't know if you can see over there, I have my corned beef from where I cooked it. So that's it. I'm going to stir it up, let it saute, then I'll come back and put in the potatoes and the carrots. My cabbage has cooked down some. Notice it was like mounding. Now it's not. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put in my carrots. I've got maybe about 3 carrots in there. What I'm going to do next is I like tartness. So I'm going to add sauerkraut. I know this sounds weird, but there is this place in Canton that makes such good cabbage soup. And it's just straight cabbage soup. There's not like any of the other stuff in there, but they make it and it is a little on the tart side. So I asked them, what do you put in it? And they said that they put sauerkraut also. So I put some sauerkraut in there. I'm going to add some pepper in there. Let me see. Make it rain, make it rain. Stir it up. Let the carrots cook some. Then I'll put the potatoes in there. Remember, this recipe I made up. So if you don't like the sauerkraut, don't put the sauerkraut in there. If you don't want as much carrots, if you don't want as much carrots, or you want less of something, and I'm going to put potatoes in here, but you want more potatoes, go ahead, put more in. The reason this recipe came about, I used to make cabbage and corned beef, just like everybody did. You know, you boiled it, you put it in the pot, you add carrots, and then you had a boiled dinner. He didn't like it. he ate it because it was St. Patty's Day. So one year I am driving home and I'm talking to him on the phone, and I said, well, I know that you know, today's St. Patty's Day, you don't care about corned beef and cabbage. And he's like, well, it is St. Patty's Day. And he said it so pitifully. I had already passed the store. I was on my way home, and I turned around. I got the potatoes, I got the cabbage, I got the carrots, and I got the corned beef. Guess what? He was still not a big fan of it. So I had to come up with different ideas to make and celebrate with corned beef and cabbage. And soup was one of them. Now, I'm the big soup eater in the family, and I love this. So the soup's mine. The Reuben 3 ways, the Reuben egg rolls, and the Irish nachos, that's for him. He loves that, and he could eat those, just the whole thing. So I made these recipes for him. I can still do the same old, you know, do the thing, add the cabbage, put the potatoes in. I can do that. This is more oomph and power to the flavor. My soup is done. It looks lovely. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you'll get pictures of it. This soup is lovely. Oh my gosh. It's like having Irish in a bowl. It's potatoes and carrots and cabbage and corned beef, and oh, I want a little bit of everything. And I like having the small cubed. I was gonna shred the carrots, but I thought, well, I cubed the potatoes, so let's cube the carrots. Here goes. Oh my gosh. So I make a vegetable soup. This has, and I love my vegetable soup, but this has so much more flavor. I think that using the broth when I cooked the corned beef made all the difference in the world, because you get all those spices from the corned beef in here. And I strained it. I strained the spices, and I strained the garlic and the bay leaf and all of that. I just used the broth, and then I added extra chicken stock. And boy, is that good. And the little addition of the sauerkraut, oh, takes it over the top. This is so good. How many bites can one person take before they come to the end? It's the end. Remember, if you want this recipe and more, go to www.justinthekitchen.com. That has all the recipes written out. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want 1,000 subscribers. That seems to be the benchmark for YouTube. So give me what I want for St. Patty's Day. Give me 1,000 subscribers. I believe that with God and His favor, I can get there. So I need your help. God needs your help. So help God help me get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers. I know I can do it. I know I've got God's favor. I know it'll work. I want you to please like, share, and subscribe. Ring the bell. What is that song? Isn't there a song, Ring the Bell? No, ring that bell. Who knows what it is. Remember to ring the bell, and that will let you know when more recipes are coming up. And I'm putting a bunch out this week. Remember, I am putting out 3 ways to have a Reuben. A quesadilla, a Reuben quesadilla, that just is a concoction there, huh? A Reuben egg roll, and then a regular Reuben sandwich. And then I'll do the Irish nachos, and I'll make homemade potato chips instead of tortilla chips, right? I'm kind of mixing it all up and going for it. All right, you guys, thank you very much. You have a great day. God bless. Have a nice night.